Long ago in the Stone Age, before money, banks, or even the concept of "I owe you," people traded rocks for food and shiny shells for favors. I'm Stickman, your humble time traveler, here to show you how 3 simple patterns from history can make you financially free before 2030. Buckle up. Our first stop is 50,000 years ago, where my wallet is a basket of berries. Back then, wealth wasn't about numbers, it was about survival. If you had extra food, you were rich. The first pattern emerges here: store your surplus. Hunters saved dried meat, gatherers hoarded nuts, and me. I'm hiding my berries from a saber-toothed squirrel. This survival instinct, saving more than you consume, was humanity's first financial strategy. Jump forward to the agricultural revolution. People finally settled down, planting crops instead of chasing dinner. Surplus grain became the currency of the day. And guess what? The richest weren't the strongest warriors, but the best planners. Pattern 1, save your surplus, kept evolving. Grain silos were the first, banks and farmers were the first investors. Fast forward to the Bronze Age. Now we have shiny coins, which I'm using to buy a helmet shaped like a chicken. Don't judge me. But here's where pattern 2 shows up: by multiply your surplus. Farmers traded grain for metal, metal for tools, tools for more harvest. Wealth started compounding. And no, buying chicken helmets is not compounding. Next stop, the Roman Empire. These folks were masters at multiplying wealth through trade routes, property, and yes, taxes. My Roman cousin says, don't just keep your gold, make your gold work for you. Investments in olive farms and ships made fortunes. Multiply your surplus, whether through trade, land, or businesses, is the timeless second pattern. Now we leap into the Middle Ages, where knights swing swords and I swing a frying pan. Wealth here was tied to land ownership and skilled trades. Guilds pooled money to train apprentices, who then multiplied value through craftsmanship. The lesson: knowledge and skill are multipliers too. The Industrial Revolution hits, and suddenly, wealth explodes for those who can adapt. Factories, machines, and steam engines create massive opportunities. Pattern 3 appears here: protect your surplus. The smart kept insurance, diversified assets, and avoided putting all their coal in one train. In Victorian England, people with diversified income streams survived market crashes. My uncle lost all his money in Flying Bicycle Shares Ltd. Meanwhile, others who protected wealth through multiple ventures stayed rich. Protecting your surplus means spreading risk so one bad day doesn't ruin you. The 20th century arrives with stock markets, cars, and jazz. Some folks still think saving under the mattress is smart until inflation eats it alive. Protecting wealth now means adapting to the economy using banks, investments, and new technology to keep value intact. World War II teaches another harsh truth: governments, markets, and even currencies can collapse. Families who held gold, land, or other solid assets recovered faster. In chaos, protected wealth survives. My great-grand Stickman, he hid gold in a teapot. True story. The late 20th century brings credit cards, fast food, and me buying a lava lamp I don't need. This is the danger. Without discipline, surplus disappears. Protecting wealth isn't just about hiding it, but guarding it from your own bad habits. Now we hit the early internet era. New fortunes rise overnight and vanish even faster. .com millionaires who didn't protect or diversify became .com broke. The patterns, save, multiply, protect, still apply even in cyberspace. We land in the smartphone age. Everyone's a trader, investor, or crypto visionary. But I've seen too many friends put all their surplus into one shiny coin, only to watch it vanish. Protecting means resisting FOMO, diversifying, and thinking long-term. Today, in the AI era, wealth moves faster than ever. Side hustles, passive income, and digital assets give us new ways to multiply surplus. But it's a double-edged sword. Speed can make you rich or wipe you out overnight. Looking ahead to 2030, here's the roadmap. First, save your surplus. Automate savings, reduce waste, live below your means. Even AI can't beat consistent discipline. Second, multiply your surplus. Invest in skills, assets, and opportunities that grow over time. Compounding is your best friend, and the earlier you start, the stronger it gets. Third, protect your surplus. Diversify, insure, and plan for the unexpected. The world will change. Your plan should survive those changes. I've traveled from stone tools to AI tools, and these 3 patterns never failed. Save, multiply, protect, follow them, and by 2030, you'll be free, not just financially, but in how you live. Now, excuse me while I step into the future and see if 2030 me is sipping coconut juice on a beach or still running from saber-toothed squirrels. Imagine waking up in 2030 without an alarm, not rushing to shower before work, and not worrying about mounting bills. If you want to go for a walk, you can just go, and if you want to lie down all day, no one will complain. And most importantly, all your living needs will be secure because money will flow into your account even when you're not working. That's great. Now, that's financial freedom, and the good news is that you can achieve it before 2030. It doesn't matter if your salary is currently just enough, you're still paying off debt, or you don't have any savings. As long as you're willing to follow the 3 simple patterns I'll explain in this video. This isn't empty theory or a motivational speaker's dream. This is a realistic, reasonable pattern that anyone can apply. But there's only one condition: you have to start now. Because the longer you delay, the further away your goal becomes. Okay, let's get straight to it. Financial freedom is impossible if you don't understand where the money you earn each month goes. Many people work hard, but at the end of the month, their wallets are thin, even empty. It's not because they're underpaid, but because their money is leaking everywhere. That's why the focus of this first pattern is simple: control your cash flow. There are 3 easy steps to do this. First, record all your expenses. Don't be lazy. Write down every little thing. Buying coffee for 15, write down. Parking for 3, write down. With this record, you'll be surprised how much money you lose just on small things you don't notice. Second, limit unnecessary spending. This doesn't mean you can't have fun, but differentiate between needs and wants. If you fulfill your desires too often, your savings will never grow. Third, as soon as you get paid, immediately set aside at least 20% for savings or investments. Do this before paying bills or shopping. Consider it your future salary. Why is this important? Because if you can't manage small amounts of money, large amounts will be used up. Many people hope that when their salary increases, they can start saving. In fact, if they don't change their spending habits, even increased salaries will be used up just as quickly. If you depend on just one source of income, especially a monthly salary, it's like betting your entire life on one card. If that card falls, for example, if you're laid off or your business closes, you'll be instantly shaken. Therefore, the second pattern is to have multiple sources of income. This doesn't mean you have to open a large business right away, but start simple. First, freelance according to your skills. You could design, write, edit videos, code, or even teach. Offer your services online. There are many platforms for finding clients. Second, start a small business. Sell online, become a reseller, dropship, or make homemade products. The capital is small, but with consistency, it can become a stable source of additional income. Third, build productive assets. For example, rent out property or vehicles, or create content that can generate advertising revenue. It takes time, but the results can be passive income. Remember, financial freedom occurs when your passive income is greater than your monthly expenses. So the sooner you start building additional income sources, the sooner you'll reach that point. If you just save, your money will lose out to inflation. This means prices will continue to rise, but the value of your money remains the same. That's why you need to make your money work for you. The way to do this is by investing. But be careful, many people make mistakes by following trends without understanding the risks. So, stick to these 3 principles. First, understand before you start. Whether you want to invest in stocks, mutual funds, gold, property, or bonds, learn how they work first. Don't put your money in anything you don't understand. Second, start small but invest regularly. Don't wait for large capital. Start with just IDR 1,000 or IDR 1,000 per month. If you're consistent, the effects will be felt in a few years. Third, think long term. Don't be tempted by quick profits. Healthy investing is like planting a tree. It takes time to grow, but the results can be enjoyed for years. If this pattern is implemented in conjunction with the first and second patterns, the effects are extraordinary. In 5 to 6 years, your financial condition can change drastically. even if you're starting from scratch. So, achieving financial freedom before 2030 isn't just a pipe dream. It's the result of a pattern that's implemented with discipline. If you start now, are consistent, and continue learning, the time will come when you're no longer working for money, but money is working for you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's helpful, and see you in the next video. Yeah.